Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Guess what?
What?
It's Oscar week. And don't I know it because I drive through Hollywood every day, and right now it's ass. Yeah. It's absolute ass.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm looking out the window.
I don't drive through ever, but
there's movie talk everywhere. It's Oscar week.
There was one time, one of my first kind of jobs out here. It was I worked in Hollywood. Terrible, horrible place to work. Just the fucking worst. And one time I was delayed by an hour because there was an X-wing in the middle of the street for
Star Wars.
I think it was like the Rogue One premiere.
Okay,
gotta love it.
What this is a pretty LA thing.
Gotta love living in LA.
Delayed for an hour because there's an X-wing in the road.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
It was cool. I saw it.
Go ahead.
I was going to tell a Hollywood Oscar story too. You know, when I first moved here, I was all excited because it's Hollywood, living
Tinseltown,
baby, living where movies
stars
are
in our eyes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, Jared, my roommate at the time,
Vogel?
Bauer.
Oh, okay.
Wisecrack.
Yeah. You wouldn't want that guy.
Yeah. No, but I was like, hey, let's go and try to crash the where they actually announce it at like 4 a.m. You know, that they wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. and they announce the Oscars of who got the nominees.
Oh, the nominees.
And it's at like the Beverly Hilton Hotel lobby.
Sure.
And so we went and we tried to do this whole thing. We looked all nice and stuff. We were like, our credentials must not have gotten in. We went to the press table and but we're here. We drove all this way.
Yeah.
And they're like, who are you from? What? And we're like,
you're like the fifth people to do that in that morning.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think we said that we were from like a student newspaper or something in a college far away, and we'd come and stuff. And they're like, sorry, you're not getting in here. I'm like, but we came so far to see the Oscars, the nominees. Anyway, they didn't let us in, and I feel like we did get a little packet though, like a media packet. They gave us a packet.
There's a way to do it.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
If I've learned anything, you can get in. You
can do anything.
You can get in.
Walk with a purpose.
If you
we didn't do that. We looked all timid.
There's like the orange vest thing. If you have an orange vest and a clipboard, you can get in anywhere. Certain types. True. I think if you might just look too homeless.
I'm telling you, at the time
like a suit or
I was
something,
clean shaven.
But you were probably like 17.
I was 23 or 4.
Okay, but maybe you just looked too young.
That's probably right.
Well, if you couldn't guess it, today we're talking about the big night in filmmaking and in Hollywood.
The Golden Globes?
The 95th Annual Academy Awards.
Oh, those things.
Yes. So we're going to predict some winners on our Oscar ballot. I got us Oscar ballots. We're going to rank the top 5 Oscar Weiland moments. I named that.
Oscar Wilde?
Oscar Weiland.
Oh, okay.
Oscar B. Weiland moments.
Yeah.
And then we're going to play a little game. I made up a game. It's called Movie Trivia Connection. And you're going to match the fun film fact to like which Best Picture nominee it's about.
Okay.
Oh, got it.
Are we going to talk about the nominees for this year? And
yeah, that's what we're going to we're going to do the Best Picture ballot. We're going to talk about them, and then we'll pick who we each think's going to win.
Right. This is good. I have a ballot every year, you know, with my cousins and stuff, so I can get some work done.
Exactly. And for those of you who are listening or watching, you can consider this maybe a little sneak peek of what kind of stuff could be to come.
Because we're Hollywood insiders.
On the future Funhaus Podcast. Welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. My name is Lindsay. Today I'm joined by Ryan, as always, and Funhaus favorite, Patrick Brown.
The lights are so bright.
They're very bright.
So bright. Just blasting me in the cornea.
Patrick, so
what's up?
Recently, Funhaus, we did a big stream. It was a big marathon, subathon type of live stream, and we had mile markers and goals. And one of the goals was if we get enough new members, we're going to bring back the Funhaus Podcast. And we hit that goal. So do you have any secrets you want to share about the future of that podcast?
Brush up on your Lundgren, your Van Damme, your Seagal, your Norris. Who's the guy I'm thinking of?
Your Stallone?
No, he wasn't in it. He's a tier below everyone I just mentioned.
Okay.
Your Lamas.
I'm going through my
Brush up on your Lamas. Your Don the Dragon Wilson, if you will. I don't know.
You already said Lundgren?
I already said Lundgren.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're excited to bring back Funhaus? You kind of wanted to do this, right?
I was a year and a half ago when I first brought it up.
Oh, okay.
And then I forgot it.
And
then I forgot about it. And then we had a meeting about it what was that, a year ago?
It was something. It was been a while.
Long time ago. And then it never happened. No notes were taken from that meeting, I noticed also. So we don't have any of that. It's all useless information now.
But you...
And now I'm forced to bring it back.
Would you consider yourself a cinephile?
Yeah. Cine something. I don't know about a
cine
file.
something. What is Ryan? If you're a cine something, what is Ryan?
What am I?
You are a cine...
Bun.
But yeah, Cinnabon.
Cinetic?
Cinnabon.
Oh.
So out of all the films nominated, let's just start with like the Best Picture nominees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen them all?
I after seeing
right?
Women Talking this weekend, I have now seen every Oscar-nominated film.
Okay.
And how many have you seen?
I think we looked earlier, and I think it's like 3.
Okay, it might be 4
Might have
because I
been
think we were
4.
tied, and I've definitely
been
seen
4.
at least 4.
Okay.
Which is that's good for me because I don't usually sit down and take the time to watch a movie, but I will binge watch like 4 episodes of something. So
it looks like I'm the biggest Cinnabon here, huh?
you are the biggest Cinnabon.
Well, I was saying earlier, it's impressive your commitment to being a guy who likes movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Oh.
mean,
yeah.
I love movies, but
Yeah.
there will never be a year where I intentionally see every Oscar movie. You know what I mean?
Well, you
I'll
haven't
never do that. I'll never. I know I will never. And I watch dog shit.
Uh-huh.
Like I will watch the worst trash that Netflix puts out or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't. There's movies on the list that I want to see
Yeah.
that I should see.
I have 2
But
questions.
I will never see several of those movies.
Well, I have 2 questions.
Okay.
One question being, Ryan, you've seen all the Best Picture nominees, but you haven't seen every movie nominated in every category.
There's
Or at least
there's
even
only
all
a
the big
couple
ones.
that I, in terms of every category, there's like Causeway and EO, To Leslie I haven't seen. But,
Here's
you know,
a bunch of...
in terms of people who
Here's all the
like
categories.
random people that were nominated.
Print
But
it
yeah,
out.
I've definitely seen all the Best Pictures.
That
Now,
EO was supposed to be good, right?
Yeah,
The
EO,
donkey movie.
yeah,
Did you see it?
I did not see EO.
I forgot about it.
Alhassa Balthazar.
Ryan,
am I doing?
there's a pen somewhere over there that I think had the cap chewed off.
Oh,
which
you're right. I
think is
keep
Ryan's
forgetting.
pen.
I keep forgetting about Elvis, a movie I've seen most of.
Oh, there's a pen on the ground, Ryan. I think this might be
Oh,
yours.
no, I have one.
Oh, you have one. Okay, great.
Every year, though, I do not always see every single Oscar movie because there are some that I agree are too like I have zero interest in seeing this. That
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I wish I could think
Yeah.
of one off my top of my head. But this year, to me, like last year was such a good movie year. So
Was it? What
Yeah.
was last
What
year?
was the Best
I have
Picture
no memory. I'll
winner
say.
last
I
year?
well, like
medically got rid of my memory.
I think last year was the year that all the movies that had been, postponed for COVID finally came out. So they were saving a lot of their good shit. Like, Top Gun Maverick wouldn't have come out last year. Would have come out like 3 years ago. Unless
Right.
with COVID and stuff like that.
Well,
So
it came out 2022, right?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Oh,
yeah.
so you're talking about this list is what you're referring to.
Oh, a lot of the good movies came out in the last
I'm just saying
year.
that last year, 2022, the movie that
He's-
this Academy
Movies that are
Award.
currently nominated.
nominated. Yeah,
Got
there's
it.
lots
Got
of
it,
great
got it, got
movies.
it.
Usually in any given year, there's just a small handful of like what I would consider classic movies, maybe 3 or 4 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I feel like last year had like 10 or 15 that
Really?
I consider classic. Yeah, Triangle of Sadness,
Okay.
RRR, Banshees of Inisherin.
RRR is not on here anywhere.
Anywhere,
Okay,
yeah.
Well,
And that's bullshit.
it's because they
It's
went
the best movie.
They went out of their way to not be
They
nominated.
submitted a
Uh-huh.
different film,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once would be up there.
Amazing.
Yeah,
You
that's great.
know, so just to name a few, but I thought last year was great for movies. So I wanted to see all the ones. Elvis, I would put up there, but not everyone does.
Elvis was like entertaining. I wouldn't put it. I thought
Yeah,
Elvis
I
was
could see it.
Elvis was better than I thought. I thought I was gonna be like, oh my fuck. I thought it was gonna kill me to
Like
watch that movie,
cringe inducing.
and it did not.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Yeah.
it was great, but
Also, I'd
was
include
better than I
The
thought it
Northman was a classic. Barbarian,
Northman rocks.
classic.
Barbarian
Avatar,
rocked.
Way of Water. I love it, classic.
Did you finish Babylon?
Not yet.
That's nominated in production design. I don't know how many more. it's
Jackass
nominated.
Forever, fucking classic.
that's number one.
You know?
right?
Oh, a couple too.
This is Guar, classic.
Jackass Forever. I mean, obviously that's not going to be on here, but like that's the best movie. That's up there with the best movie theater experiences I've ever had. And I
So-
knew it would be going
Yeah,
in.
me
And it was
too.
also a great like, I mean, I think I'd been to plenty of movies before that, but it was a good return to in person movies in a theater
For sure.
Like I hadn't had a great theater experience for, I mean, probably years even before lockdowns and all that stuff. But like,
Yeah.
That one was the best.
Classic.
It was the fucking best.
This has been talked about before, but if they were gonna add, they're always trying to take categories away from the Oscars because the thing's fucking too long, like
Right.
4 hours long.
Yeah.
Right.
But if they were gonna add any categories, they should totally add best stunts. Like that.
That's
the
like the
stunt
talk
people-
right now, right?
It's been talked about for years,
Yeah,
but they're not gonna do
It'd
it.
be
'cause
like
it's already
stunt
too long.
choreography.
Yeah.
Yeah, just best stunts. Like in Jackass Forever. Those guys all deserve
There
an
was a lot of
Oscar for what they
choreography,
put
probably.
their body through.
Well, what are we losing? What are we losing to allow for stunts? I mean, probably short films,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Well, they already have
Probably
live
sound.
act-
Live action and animated short film. You're out. Sorry.
Yeah, all the
Gotta
short
make room for
films,
stunts.
Right. In terms of the other ones, yeah, the sound categories. Really, who gives a shit about mixing? I mean, I'm sorry.
It's
Probably
only
sound
so
people.
integral to the process of filmmaking.
Is mixing still a category? Because it used to be sound and sound mixing. I don't
Yeah,
see
now
sound
I think
mixing
they've
on
just
here.
combined them.
There's
to
sound,
do the
original
sound.
score, and original song.
Well, because
So-
they still have the technical Oscars for a lot of those. Right?
Yeah, and so we're not going to go through every single movie in every single category because
Oh,
I have
damn.
a couple different segments, so I want to keep it spicy, variety going on.
All right.
But I can go over the current categories that are on this ballot at least. So that makes me think that these are all the ones that they do on the show, like on
Right.
when
Yeah.
that they
Yeah,
bring
these
up.
are the ones that
so,
do the
So
show.
there's, of course, actor in a leading role, actor in a supporting role, actress in a leading role, actress in a supporting role, animated feature film, cinematography, costume
You're gonna read
design,
them all.
directing, documentary feature film, documentary short film, film editing,
Oh hell yeah!
international
editing, yeah!
feature film, makeup and hairstyling, original score, original song, production design, animated short film, live action short film, sound, VFX, adapted screenplay, original screenplay, and best picture.
All right. So, what do you want to
Does
tackle first, Lindsay?
Can
So
I just
yeah,
say,
go ahead.
It blows my mind that original song is still a category.
Why?
Because people
Because-
write songs for like the movies.
I know, but that's not something I think about anymore. It's like a Will Smith era thing to me.
The Wild
I don't
Wild
think of
West.
an original song anymore when I think of a movie. Like
Well,
movies.
very, very rarely now are they like a big deal. It used to
Right,
be
they
like,
don't get
oh,
radio play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there used to be a whole music video based on
The
the
movie.
and
Yeah.
stuff. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
But
It's on like
now-
VH1 over and over again all night long.
right. And now who gives a shit? And
Yeah.
what I don't
Unless
like,
it's like a musical.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes there'll be a song that comes out, and it's like, oh wow, this song is cool. I want to go see it used in the movie, and then it's like over the end credits.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, go
yeah.
fuck yourself. You
Yeah.
can't. That was just
That
a big
doesn't
marketing.
count. That
gimmick.
doesn't count.
Yeah.
So the big ones in my mind when I think of like what people care about when they watch the Oscars, and maybe not specifically us, but obviously Best Picture, and then the two different categories for the actor and the supporting actor for both men and women, or actress and actors.
Those are the big ones.
And then I think directing is another big one, and then screenplay. Would you say screenplay is like
Yeah, that's
besides-
huge.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
course.
because the story. It's like, what is the story?
Yeah.
So, and again, we're not going to go through every single category, but I think that we can at least pitch in for what we think for actor. Because
Okay.
you've seen all those movies, Ryan, or you haven't seen all those movies?
The only one I haven't seen is Living, Bill Nighy, which I don't think he's going to win.
I've never
So-
even heard of Living.
Yeah, it's an old person movie.
Oh, okay.
So that guy's not going to win, but good
What's
job for
after,
him.
son?
I saw that one. It's like a art house movie. It's got cool stuff going on. I would say overall, meh.
Not going to win for best actor either.
No, I don't think that's going to win for best actor.
Now, the other three movies, I've seen them.
We're talking about actor in a leading role.
Yeah, actor in a leading role. I've seen Elvis, I've seen Banshees, and I've seen the Whale.
Before I had seen the movies, I would have
I've only
told
seen
you
Elvis.
that I thought for sure The Whale was going to win, just because it seems like the most Oscar-y movie. It's like Oscar bait kind of thing. But I think it's kind of
And Brendan Fraser.
Do you think they're
you
gonna?
go.
Yeah,
He's got the hype. He's got the hype.
he's got the hype. But I think The Whale did not work. And how they thought, at least the studio was. It's not really an Oscar bait movie. You know?
Okay.
It's a dark, heavy, intense, pitch black, like feel
I've
bad
heard
movie.
it's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
and
sucks.
I think it pisses
I wanna
some
In a
people
way
off.
that's
I wanna
like it's
see
sad,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think he's gonna win.
Okay.
Do you think Austin Butler's going to take it?
I honestly think he is.
I think he is,
Well,
too.
no. It's definitely between him and Colin Farrell.
I don't think Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell was great, but I don't think.
he won the Golden Globe. I think.
Did
for
he?
it. I believe, or a BAFTA, or one of those other ones.
Something.
But also Austin Butler has been winning other stuff too.
This is kind of a surprising list.
A little bit.
Like, there's no one on here that I would think like would be on. I, like,
that's an Oscar winner.
Yeah, like one of the. I mean, Colin Farrell's great. Brendan Fraser's. I haven't seen it. I'm not really familiar. I don't know what he does now after The Mummy, but I'm sure he's great. Austin Butler. This is the only thing I've seen him in as far as that I remember.
Oh, he was in the Sex and the City
awesome
sequel that was about preteen Carrie Bradshaw.
I missed that. Oh, the Carrie Diaries or whatever.
Yes, you didn't miss it.
I know, but I didn't see it.
I
didn't see it. But like, this is not a list that I would guess from any year is the best actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like one of these guys you would expect to see on there, maybe.
Who do you think
Bill
just by
Nighy's
looking
great,
at
but-
those?
Me?
Yeah.
You mean who do I think will win,
still
or
haven't seen
who
enough
will
of the
who do I
movies.
believe should win based on these five?
Who do you think should win?
The should is a little hard because I'm kind of torn because I think it would be cool if I'm a little biased because I'm from Memphis, but I think it would be cool if Elvis won for best Oscar.
someone who's never had a win before. Elvis.
Yeah, but
The biggest fucking name ever
and
in
I
music.
do think he disappeared in the role. He was great as Elvis, but also what Colin Farrell did in that movie was pretty great too. And it's more of a vulnerable performance.
Very vulnerable,
Different kind of performances.
He's going through a nice little renaissance, Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm dull?
Huh?
When he's in the right hands, he
He's
comes
great.
in great stuff.
He's the best.
I
yeah.
think that Colin Farrell edges it for what I think should win, and I also think that he will win.
Okay.
Even though I said at the beginning that
Make your
Austin
mark
Butler,
there. Yeah. Make your mark.
will win. I think that now that I think about it more, I'm going to go Colin Farrell.
I'm gonna vote for Austin Butler because that's just funny to me. Because he's been doing that accent for like 2 years now.
And he
I
can't
feel
stop. He
bad
can't
says
stop.
he can't shake it, but I mean, come on, dude. Yes, you can.
Well, of course he
The
can.
hell are you talking about, you insane person?
He's an actor.
He's from Anaheim.
Oh,
Do you know that? He's
I
from
thought-
Anaheim.
I thought he's from Australia.
No, he's from Anaheim, and he's walking around
What?
with that accent.
Oh, yeah. He's American.
Like Anaheim or
Why
like
did I
somewhere
think
around
that just
there.
because Baz Luhrmann's Australia?
Yeah,
Yes,
he is
that is
Australian.
right.
So I don't want to. We can't spend too much time in each
Sure.
category, so we can only go through
Move
a
on.
couple of these
Actress
ones.
in
Do a whole
lead role.
podcast in each category.
But I was gonna do the actress in a leading role,
Okay,
and I've only seen one of these films.
I've seen two.
We have-
to Leslie's the weird one that like got snuck in, right?
I'll read them all real
It was
quick.
like a weird prank,
Yeah,
kind of. or
Because
something.
for people who are
Yeah,
just
yeah.
listening or aren't aware, there's Tar, Blonde, To Leslie, The Fablemans, and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that's the movie that I've seen.
so I've seen Blonde and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
That's the Marilyn Monroe film, right?
I hated it.
You hated Blonde?
I hated
Oh,
it.
good to know.
I hate all of his other movies.
It was so fucking long.
but-
Well, how long was Blonde?
It's like 3 hours.
Why are all these movies so long? Who has
I have no
time?
problem with long movies, by the way.
I
I have a
do.
big problem. If they better be a fucking amazing if
Well,
they're 3 hours.
I agree with.
That's
I agree
the
with
only
that.
thing.
I
Yeah.
think if you have 3 hours worth of material and you're an assassin,
So,
3
Ryan,
hours, great. I will gladly watch your 3 hour movie. If it's just like,
If it's bad, I
do
want to
not
kill
care
you.
for it.
have you seen all these movies?
No, I've seen Tar. I've seen The Fablemans. I've seen Everything Everywhere All at Once. So I did not see To Leslie, which I don't think anyone else has either in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And Blonde. I started Blonde. It's not that I didn't like it. I was just kind of like, I don't think I'm ready to watch this whole thing right now. You know,
It's like a 3 hour kind of just
Slog?
it's another
watching
feel bad.
It's just like
movie, right?
watching a woman tortured for 3 hours, but but very artsy.
Okay, yeah. That's
There's
what-
like an extended blowjob sequence where she's sucking off JFK.
JFK.
It's like,
How long?
She's definitely got yeah. It's pretty graphic. It's pretty graphic.
But if you're asking me who's going to win this one,
Yeah, what do you think?
So having not seen, I just based on the buzz,
Kate
we
Blanchett,
can just X out
right?
Andrea Riseborough from To Leslie. She's not going to win.
Okay.
We can, I think, X out Blonde because I don't think people, similar to The Whale, I think it had a lot of buzz going into it, but then once people saw it, they're like, oh, we don't want to award this,
Yeah.
this film. I think it's either going to be down between Kate Blanchett and Tar or Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And Everything Everywhere All
Agreed.
at Once. And I did not like Tar overall. It's got
Okay.
some juicy themes and stuff, but her performance is great. I don't think you can deny that. So Overall, who do I think they're going to give it to?
Michelle, yeah.
Wait, Kate Blanchett. She already won, right?
I don't know.
I think she won for like Elizabeth back in the day. I think.
She seems like she's won an Oscar.
She seems like she's won multiple Oscars. She
Michelle,
might have won for Blue Jasmine, too.
Michelle has probably won every award imaginable as well. Right?
No, but
maybe not.
Yeah, I think she definitely has the more of the story going for her, you know.
But she's
a
massive movie star. Both here and abroad.
Not super as much here.
Maybe not as much here, but like
now she is.
She's. I don't know. I mean, I feel like she's.
I'm gonna say that I hope they give it to Michelle Yeoh, and that I also think she's gonna win. Is what I'm going for. I'm gonna try to manifest that.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree, but I haven't seen Tar, so I don't know. I can't say for sure.
Charlotte fucking loves it. Swears by it.
Yeah, she loves it.
I do want to take a little stop into the animated feature film section because these ones. Actually, I've only seen one of these. So, oh no, I've seen 2 of these. Turning Red. That was a year ago.
I'm surprised that the Robert Zemeckis Pinocchio was not also nominated.
That's crazy. Or the Pauly Shore one. The Pauly Shore Pinocchio is not.
Well, it's not.
Although I guess we don't. Oh no, we do know because Guillermo del Toro's name is in here.
So, have you guys seen these?
I've seen half of Pinocchio.
Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with shoes
Pinocchio,
on.
and I've seen Turning Red.
Puss in Boots, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red.
I've actually seen every single one but Turning Red, which apparently you said this is the only one you saw?
No, I saw Marcel the Shell.
Okay. That was great, by the way.
That was great.
Elise loves that. Elise loves Marcel the Shell. That's her choice, I'm sure.
I think that's going to win.
You think?
I haven't seen the other ones, but I think my ego, that's going to win.
Pinocchio, I enjoyed the animation. I like the look of it. I did not like that movie at all.
I liked it a lot, and I like the songs, which you don't like.
You liked the songs?
I mean, they're corny, but they're fun.
No.
There
is nothing about the songs that was good. They're not. There's
I'm
no.
a real boy now.
They're so fucking annoying.
Yeah,
the most annoying, and they're not catchy. There's no like hook to any. It's every single one is like, "You're my special boy, my beautiful golden boy." And then it switches and Pinocchio's singing. He's like, I love my father. My father loves me back.
I don't disagree.
And that's every song.
Now, the songs they're not good songs. They are terrible. However, the juxtaposition between the shitty songs mixed with the aesthetic of the stop motion animation makes it a little charming. You know, it's like, oh, this is like from a different time and place.
Just don't make it a musical. Don't make it a musical. Don't put songs in if you have terrible songs.
I think this is going to be a hard one because
I didn't see it.
The Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio is definitely the more quote unquote like important animated movie. You know,
it's beautifully animated.
Yeah.
It's incredibly
and it's set
well
in
done.
Fascist 50s Italy,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so it's like
It's
got
bold.
Bold. That's a good word for it.
Yeah.
So I could see them either giving it to Marcel or the Pinocchio movie, and I think they're going to give it to Pinocchio. It would be my hunch.
Yeah. I generally don't seek out animation stuff as much.
What are you, some adult or something?
Yeah,
Go
an
fuck
adult.
yourself.
Yeah. It's
You think
because
you're better than us?
I'm a big boy. But I saw Turning Red and I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
It's
nice.
Cute tender movie.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
Is it about
cute tender movie.
periods?
It's about like puberty.
That got
kinda.
blown way out of proportion by insane right-wing
Insane
people
people,
who don't know how to interact with any form of media whatsoever.
But it's about that age.
it's called
about
Turning
that
Red.
age. That
Yeah, because she turns into a red panda, and like there's like one thing. I think like someone gives her a tampon
in the
or-
beginning, yeah.
Like it's because she's going through.
So they're
puberty.
leaning
It's
into
a
it.
puberty
They're not
film.
leaning into anything. She's going through puberty.
They called it Turning Red, Patrick.
You're right. We're corrupting her. How dare we? She's going through puberty.
It's educational.
And this is like part of that is her turning. She learns that she turns into a red panda.
Yeah.
as part of her puberty. So it was
It's like a magical thing in her family.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
And was I
it's like Teen
outraged?
Wolf.
I was furious when it's like the 13th year. Really, any Disney original, I think.
Yeah.
The Leprechaun one. Is that the 13th or is that the Mermaid one? You understand what I'm saying?
Anyway.
Yeah, we can move on.
Anyways, Ryan, so what I want you to do is to pick one other category that we can talk about before we just go ahead and decide on the best picture category. because then we got to move on to some of the other really fun stuff that I have
Let's
planned
talk
for you guys.
best original screenplay.
Okay.
You know, it all begins on the page.
Can we talk adapted too? Because I have a quick question.
All right, yeah, let's talk both. But first, original screenplay. This is, the most original ideas for movies this year.
We read
the
them?
best written ones. The nominees are Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness.
So I've only seen 2 of these. So I don't feel like I
seen
can
them all.
fully weigh
I've
in.
only seen one.
I've seen them all. Of the 2 that you guys saw, which one
only
was
saw one.
Oh, okay.
Out of the 2 that I saw Banshees, and I saw Everything Everywhere.
And which one was most original to you, or best of the originals?
I think I don't know. I can tell you which one I think I liked better just as a story.
Yeah.
I liked Everything Everywhere.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I did think that the Banshees of Inisherin was like fucking weird
Yeah.
and cool. It was like an interesting little story that they did.
Yeah.
But I thought that
It's
Everything Everywhere was more exciting.
It's a weird category. Because, like, yeah, I mean, that's Everything Everywhere All at Once is an insane screenplay. It's pretty remarkable that
It got made.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, like, it works as a screenplay and is good. Also, I'm
But-
sure all of it. Well, but it's weird to, like, cast that against something that's maybe a little more traditional.
No,
You know what
I
mean?
agree.
Like,
Yeah. It's
but also that doesn't mean that the, like, movie that isn't about multidimensional allegory or whatever, like, isn't just as good of a screenplay.
Well, I think
You
that, obviously any time you're ranking movies for any reason is stupid. But
Yeah.
Of course.
said that,
What do you got?
Art is
I do
subjective.
think that it's like it's not most original screenplay. It's best original. So you can still account for. It's like even if they're totally different, which one is better?
So,
think?
Not like
Ryan,
which
what
one
do you
is
think of
most-
what I said compared to The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle Sadness? Because you have seen all those movies.
Yeah, Fabelmans. You can just X that one out immediately.
Okay,
Ain't
got
gonna-
it. Bye-bye, Fableman.
That's a
gonna
movie
be
about like
nominated.
Steven
Steven
Spielberg.
Spielberg's
Okay.
life. Yeah.
Okay.
In my opinion, this is unpopular
adapted.
opinion. If I was going to be making that screenplay, what I would have named it is The Spielbergs. Okay.
Sure.
Why dance around the bush? It's
Dance
about
around
your
the bush.
life. Like you've told everyone that in presses and stuff. Why do we have to call
Yeah.
it the Fabelmans? So from the title on, already I hate the Fabelmans as in terms of winning this.
And Tar,
Category.
you said you don't like Tar.
Tar is a 2-hour and 40-minute movie that had probably a pretty good 100-minute, 90-minute movie in it, but 2 hours
Okay.
and 40 minutes,
It's too
you
much
could have
for you.
edited that goddamn original script, okay? Xing out Tar. Don't think it's going to win. Do not want it to win. Banshees of Inisherin. Love it. Great original movie. Martin McDonagh is a freak. He's a great, he's the pride of Ireland.
Okay.
But I don't think it's going to win. Like based on the competition, but also he could have edited that one too a little bit, in my opinion. Great movie, but it's just kind of like, I don't even know how to explain or articulate what I'm trying to say, but basically,
You saying
like,
condense that story a little bit?
Keep it tight.
he made some. It went in directions that are cool and I like. Not how I would have done it. But like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
He's a original voice, but it's a weird screenplay. Is I guess
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
trying
It's
to
weird,
say.
yeah.
It's a weird screenplay. I don't think it should win. I do think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win,
I think so.
and I kind of think it deserves it. It is. But it does feel weird giving them this title because it's like it is the most outwardly original screenplay. Look how original this screenplay is.
Yeah.
But the one that I would personally want it, if another one was going to win, I would want it to be Triangle of Sadness because I loved that movie
Still
and
need
that
to see it.
screenplay.
Also, like 2.5 hours long, which is one of the main reasons I haven't seen it yet.
Well, but that is a 2.5 hour long movie that I wish it could. It had every right to be that length.
Okay.
It was great. It earned every minute of it. The script was great. When it ended, I was just like, "Fuck yeah, that's a movie." I wish every movie could be like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that was because of the script. The direction was great too, written by the same guy who, directed it. But that's my long rambling.
And then, did you have something you
analysis
wanted
of
to
that.
say
Well, I
about
had
the adapted screenplay
Two quick
category?
questions. Yeah, first of all, what was Glass Onion and Top Gun adapted from? Are those
Yeah, wait.
based on novels? Or
I
is
don't
it
know.
just
Are they
because
adapted from?
I had not even
it's
noticed
based on a
that.
previously
Maybe so, because
movie.
it's not an original.
That sucks.
That seems
And
weird.
either way, Glass Onion's out.
That movie fucking blew.
Yeah, I
Knives Out. That's the name of the movie that came before that, right? With
Yeah.
Knives
okay,
Out,
that one I liked a lot. I hadn't seen it until right before I watched this one. So going from that one and then immediately
pretty good.
into
Glass Onion
into
is.
Glass Onion, I was like, is this the same caliber? Like, this doesn't feel
Fuck
like
that movie.
what I should be watching.
It's bad.
I like Knives Out though, the first one.
Yeah, it was fun.
I liked Top Gun Maverick.
Also, visual effects. Why bother nominating anything other than Avatar?
Yeah,
Why?
of course.
Why waste your time? Why waste their time inviting them when Avatar: The Way of Water is nominated?
Poor Batman
And
VFX
has-
artists.
Maybe the only good CGI I've ever seen in my life. The only time, honestly, straight up, the only CGI movie that I have seen where I was like, that looks real.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like CGI. I know it's CGI because it's the only possible way you could make this, but that shit looks real.
Yeah, I loved it.
Wow.
I was so immersed.
Insane. It's unbelievable. And if you watch like the behind the scenes stuff of like some of the comp, whatever, it's insane. It's completely insane. He's a maniac. He's done it again.
Did you see those Corridor Crew videos? You ever watch
Yeah,
those?
where he's like where Spider or whatever the
little
fuck is
strap.
pulling the guy up. It's out of control. How?
I haven't seen it.
How do you do that? And then, come on, you think
want to
Batman's
hear
gonna win?
a
No.
funny little tidbit actually about Avatar is my boyfriend went to go see it on Saturday. He went to the AMC this past Saturday. He was like, I'm gonna go see it. And I was like, not me. See you later.
Uh-huh.
And he had to leave an
blew it.
hour
You
into the
missed
movie
out.
because there was a fire at the movie theater.
Really?
Yeah, so he was an hour into Avatar, which from what I've heard
sucks.
is basically just the retelling of the first movie in the first hour.
Yeah, but amazing looking and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, he said that then he had to leave. They gave him a voucher to go back and see whatever, but
It's 3 movies.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's the first part, which is sort of just like the end of the first movie, or like a little extension of that. Then there's like the middle part,
We'll call it the middle part.
and then there's the last 45 minutes, which just kill. It just owns for like 45 to an hour.
Honestly, I'm
man.
glad to hear you say that because I feel like it's not even though it's the third highest grossing film of all time, I don't think it's getting as much love as it deserves.
I mean, it's
People
the
make
same as
fun
the
of it.
original Avatar, where it's
It
like,
is not. It is better in every way.
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying it's the same thing where everyone's like, "Who likes this movie?" And it's like apparently everyone.
Everyone?
Yeah,
Apparently
exactly.
everybody.
Exactly.
It just doesn't have a weird fandom, but like clearly everyone has seen these movies and seems to like them because
going
they seem to be
multiple
going
times.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the first Avatar until a couple years ago. So I got about 8 years before I'm
I mean,
going to
look,
watch this one.
I only watched it once. I saw it in the theaters the very first time,
Okay.
and then I think like when the second one was coming out, I watched it again. But like, it's cool. I mean, I still think they're probably James Cameron's worst movies.
I think Avatar 1 is
But
maybe his worst movie.
but that's still like a high
Oh, yeah.
watermark there. Like,
Yeah. Avatar 2 is way better.
I agree with that.
So here's what I want to do. I want to save our little best picture category, and maybe we can come back to it to the end of the podcast. So people will have to kind of come back and find out.
So we're going to hold them hostage.
We're going to hold them hostage.
for the
But
remaining-
I've got a lot of fun stuff. So it'll be more like Stockholm Syndrome.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Real quick, though, we're going to take a break to hear a word from our sponsors for this episode of the Funhaus Podcast. Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your phone or computer. When I'm online shopping and I find a coupon code at checkout, I feel like a little kid opening gifts on their birthday. And thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. In case you don't already know, Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. And it's so easy to use. Just imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, and when you check out, the little Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. Wait a few seconds as Honey searches for coupons it can find for that site. If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop. I'm always online shopping, especially for toys and treats for my dog, Arlen, so you better believe me that I'm stoked when Honey finds a cute little deal for me. A few bucks here, a few bucks there. Savings everywhere. And Honey doesn't just work on desktops, it works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this show. So get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/FHpod. That's joinhoney.com/FHpod. FHPOD. 2023 is already well underway, so don't wait any longer to level up your small business and get yourself set up for success this year. Stamps.com lets you print your own postage and shipping labels right from your home or office, and the best part is it's ready to go in minutes. So you can get back to running your business sooner. You even get access to the USPS and UPS shipping services you need to run your business right from your computer anytime, day or night, no lines, no traffic, no waiting, none of that. And if you sell products online, Stamps.com seamlessly connects with every major marketplace and shopping cart. And that's why Stamps.com has been indispensable for 1 million businesses for 25 years. It's so easy to print stamps at home. Even Ryan can do it. Ryan, how do you use Stamps.com?
I'm so glad you asked me that, Lindsay. The one time that I ever mail stuff is over the Christmas season holidays. And when I do that, I use Stamps.com to send things to my nieces, to my brothers, to everyone in my extended and immediate family. Yeah. And I use Stamps.com because it saves me pennies, which add up to dollars over the long haul.
Yeah, so you print all your stamps online. That's so smart.
Yes.
Sign up with promo code FHPOD for a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a free digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click the microphone at the top of the page, and enter FHPOD. Thank you, Stamps.com, for sponsoring this episode. Welcome back, everybody, to the future of Funhaus Podcast. This is like a little sneak peek of what you're going to get. It's not going to be that at all because it's 2 different people producing each of these. Uh-huh. But we're talking movies, and that's what Funhaus is all about. We're talking movies. Today, we're actually talking about the Oscars because the Oscars are coming up this Sunday. They're coming up. It's a fun show.
Is it this Sunday or is this for a week from now?
It's a week from now.
It's a week from now.
But
no, I won't tell anyone if you don't.
Don't tell anyone that we're pre-recording this. Yeah. Half of the reason, or maybe most of the reason for some people to watch the Oscars is to see what kind of crazy shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
And we all remember what happened last year.
To see who Will Smith's gonna beat the shit out of next. Yeah. That's why I watched the Oscars.
Last year, there was the Slapgate, which is crazy to think that was just a year ago and not sometime before the pandemic started.
Oh, it feels like less than a year ago to me.
It feels like for me forever ago.
I rewatch it every single morning, so it feels like very fresh.
Time never passes.
I would have guessed, if you asked, I think I would guess it was 3 months ago. I'm not kidding.
I believe you. Yeah.
You have a concussion?
Was it seriously a year ago?
Last year, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage at the 94th Oscars at the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California, for making a comment about his wife.
I walked into
Name redacted. House. We won't make a comment about her.
Name redacted.
Well, honestly,
we don't. Who doesn't know who?
Because then he won't come for us for saying something about it.
You better keep her name out of your
fucking mouth. That's why I'm keeping my name out of her mouth.
I forgot he said that.
So that was pretty crazy because I was watching that live like, oh, what's happening? I thought the TV was glitching because then they muted it. And
Once I kind of it sunk in what was going on, I was like, how the fuck is he still sitting there?
I walked into a house. Was this seriously a full year ago?
Yeah, this is a year ago, dude.
So I walked into a house and the Oscars were playing and I saw Will Smith I walked in moments after he slapped him because I walked up and I saw Will Smith angrily storming off stage, and then I could tell that it was like bleeped or like the audio was out, and I was like, "The hell? What's going on? This is weird." And then just like I wasn't watching, so I did something else.
Yeah.
And then like 20 minutes later, I'd go on my phone or whatever, and it was all that shit. I was like, "Oh wow, I turned it on." Like I just missed that.
You just missed
a
it.
Second. Yeah.
I thought for sure as it was happening that it was a pre-planned bit. That it was like
there was a lot of that. Like, is that
like this must be a bit? That. This can't possibly be what it actually is. Is Will Smith going on stage unprompted and slapping the shit out of Chris Rock? And I love that it all stemmed from a joke about G.I. Jane.
I know,
the stupidest
insane.
movie
a movie
ever.
no one's thought about since it came out.
Ridley Scott smash hit G.I. Jane.
And the cherry on top, Will Smith going afterwards to accept his best actor.
Yeah, like
oh my
30
God,
minutes
is so
later.
funny because that's probably what he's. I mean, I think he's been taking specific roles for a very long time, just
to get an Oscar.
Yeah. And then he gets the night that he fucking slaps a guy across the face on stage.
But
just totally ruined his own moment.
Yeah. And it's not the only crazy thing that's happened at this show. There's been many, 96 or whatever I said, 95 years of Oscars. Everybody remembers in 2017 when Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway announced...
Beatty?
Beatty.
It's Beatty.
Warren Beatty. However you say it. There's an E and an A.
Warren Beatty.
Incorrectly announced La La Land as the Best Picture winner at the 89th Oscars.
They got handed the wrong envelope by some...
Why was there an envelope that had the wrong movie in it?
There was some producers that weren't paying enough attention.
But then there's the right one. He's holding it up. So somebody came out and gave him the right envelope. I don't remember what happened.
Faye Dunaway thought that he was just being a jokester, because and wouldn't read it. And then she took it from his hand because I think it said something like Emma Stone. From La La Land. So they'd been given like a Best Actress card, right? So then Faye Dunaway just sees it and is like, La La Land, and Warren Beatty was trying to correct the situation. But then at some point he knew what had happened as she said it basically. So then he tracked down the right envelope and he told the producer of La La Land on stage there.
That was
Was it him that did it? I would have just been like, I'm fucking out.
You mean Warren Beatty, for Warren Beatty?
Yeah, I would have just been like, I'm leaving. I'm done.
I felt bad for him because he didn't want people to think that he was being an asshole on purpose.
He
kind of went like, just so everyone knows, sorry, just said it on here. We didn't mean to during the broadcast.
Because I remember the La La Land director is very clearly pissed.
Well, I think...
Justified.
All things considered, I think he played it off pretty gracefully and well. He's the one that came out and said, "No, right. It was Moonlight. Moonlight won. Congratulations."
But he's kind of like Moonlight won. Moonlight won. There's definitely a rage, like how, which I get. Like, how the hell does that? How do you let that happen? That's insane.
Here's another little moment. This one's a lot lighter. It's when John Travolta said Idina Menzel's name as what did he say?
Yeah, I remember this one. I forgot how he said it, but
I'm just gonna listen to it so I can recall. Okay, her 5-syllable name.
It's probably at the end of this clip.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
I mean, the best. What was the Grammys recently? Or it was like a technical Grammy, but Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, Creed Valhalla, yeah.
It was, I don't know what the category, like video game music, but it's. I don't know who it is, but he gets up there. The winner is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Some of these moments on this list that I pulled, I don't necessarily remember. I'm gonna read.
You don't remember the streaker from the 70s?
That's not. I haven't. If that's on this list, I haven't either.
Sassy Littlefeather. Shit, I fucked her name up.
Brando.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but I don't. It's not. I mean, I'm just reading from a list. I think it's only picking from the last 2 decades or something. Well. But there's one in 2013 with Seth MacFarlane's Crass Song.
Can you scroll up? I want to see that.
Oh, he showed. We've seen her boobs.
The what?
5 times Barron Trump proved he's too cool for his dad, Donald.
This is an ad on this website. I don't know. There's a joke from Seth MacFarlane where he says, "We saw your boobs" song.
Yeah, that song.
I don't remember this.
Oh,
it's pretty funny.
Women.
It's pretty funny.
Showed
it's just like
it's every actress and audience who. Yeah. Okay, I see.
I understand why people would maybe not.
Be a little uncomfortable with that.
Yeah. With that.
Yeah. There's a bunch of other ones on here. Adrian Brody and Halle Berry in 2003 poses after an unexpected onstage kiss with Halle Berry. Oh, is this when he kissed him or did she kiss?
I think he kissed her.
I don't remember that.
I don't know.
Consent. Yeah, I think that he kissed her and she was like, "Uh-oh."
Okay.
So yeah, that's a boo-boo. Don't do that. Michael Moore booed off stage 2003.
Oh, yeah, because the Iraq War was still very... Or no, what about Afghanistan then, right? When did we invade Iraq?
No, it was Iraq.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 2003 or
something. That was still hot.
Oh, yeah.
It was still very popular amongst everyone. I would say. Not everyone, but I mean, it was like a widely popular thing.
Right.
This is the Marlon Brando one that you're talking about? Boycotts and rejects his Best Actor award.
What was her name though? I butchered it.
I don't remember.
Her name was Sacheen Littlefeather.
Okay, it was kind of close.
So it was like an activist, like a Native American activist that he sent up to accept his award. I think John Wayne tried to beat her up physically.
Or tried to beat him up. Oh, no, yeah, he wasn't.
No, he wanted to beat up the woman. John Wayne was a real piece of shit.
I've heard that before.
Oh.
He was like, John Wayne was furious because he was also very racist. He was an incredibly racist man.
See the one that built that racist airport?
In
Santa Ana?
Yeah. With his own 2 hands.
Well, not every year some crazy thing happens. Some years are just boring, and you go, well,
Most years.
Yeah,
most years
nothing
it's not worth
interesting
watching.
happening. Who's hosting the Oscars this year?
It is Jimmy Kimmel for the millionth time.
Oh, is he doing it again?
He's done quite a few.
Bring back Billy Crystal, huh?
Yeah, for real. He's the best.
So yeah,
it's a hard job, and honestly, I wouldn't want to take it.
No,
you know, I mean, not that they're
to be the host of like a big show where it's a bunch of people like.
Well, it's gotten worse too. I think it's gotten harder.
Well, in what way?
I mean, I feel like you have to be. There's so much like scrutiny on everyone who does it.
Oh,
you mean
it's so you have to be very careful with I think everything because it's just I don't know. You just a lot of the Hollywood people seem to get pissed and then they have to cycle through to somebody else and then
like when Kevin Hart lost his job for his
I mean I'm not saying
old jokes and stuff.
Yeah, well that was there's just like weird. I don't know. I think it's dumb. It's a bad job. Like hosting isn't a funny thing usually.
Yeah, it's like a weird thankless job.
That like someone has to do it.
It's easy to fuck up and hard to make everyone go, "Oh, well, that was a good performance."
Yeah. That's It's just I don't know.
Well, because they always think everybody has to be so funny, and it's like maybe sometimes it's not funny.
No, it is supposed to be funny.
I think it should
be funny. The people who write the fucking Oscars, the monologues, they suck now. Whoever they are, you suck. Bruce Valanche.
Hasn't he written like every Oscars for the last 30 years or something?
Yeah, but we'll get better co-writers then because they used to be good.
That's what I mean. I think there was a point where they had like a pretty good, at least like the intro or something would be interesting. You know, like there'd be a funny intro, a fun intro. And now it's like, I don't know why they don't do it. I mean, it's just...
I don't get it. It's the same reason why I'm like, why are the Super Bowl commercials not funny anymore? Are we literally?
That's what I mean. I think it's
dry up for writers. That can't be it.
I think it's just like a weird. Just everything is somehow become more boring.
I agree with you. I think it's us. It's the culture. It's just like people
very
suck
like
more.
White bread, kind of just
now?
like it's like white bread, just like boring, kind of just like there's.
Like white bread,
like plain,
like boring. Plain bread, like you eat.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay, I thought you were like this city's just a bunch of white bread people. Like
no, not bread, like bread,
like Appalachian Mountain people.
Wonder
right?
Bread.
Okay, I get what you mean now.
Or it's kind of just like I don't. Yeah, it's just like a weird, bland. Like I don't know. I watched the Grammys and it was just like, okay. It's like there's no. I don't know. It's not really.
It's harder to make people laugh.
It's just like the most generic jokes. And,
yeah.
I don't know. It just sucks. It's just boring, I guess.
I agree.
I was just reading a couple other moments on the crazy moments list. There was I'm saying crazy moments, but it's just like, I think interesting moments, like the Joaquin Phoenix speech.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember this where he like really won it? He won, I think.
Letterman?
In this 2020 acceptance speech for Best Actor, and he went in on like the dairy industry and stuff. Yeah. And there was another one where in 1969, Katharine Hepburn and Barbara Streisand tied for Best Actress.
Mm-hmm.
They tied?
Yeah, that's
that
crazy. I guess so.
Katharine Hepburn, 69. I'm trying to guess what movies it was. Was it like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and Funny Girl?
It was Funny Girl and The Lion in Winter.
Fuck. All right. I wouldn't have gotten that.
But anyways, I'm excited to see what kind of crazy shit happens at this Oscar. Probably nothing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now that Will Smith's been banned for a decade, of course nothing fun's going to happen.
Okay. The one...
Yes.
The whole backlash and his reaction to it and first of all, none of it felt real. It all felt like weird performative. Like people who were like genuinely acting upset about that was the most insane thing to me. It was like, anyone gives a shit, actually cares about this?
Well, I mean, it's not every day one of the biggest stars in the world comes and assaults another comedian in front of 1 billion people.
I understand.
And then they let him sit there until he wins his award.
I understand that. It's a spectacle. It's a massive spectacle,
exactly.
Of course. But then they're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to... It's like, oh, come on.
Okay, yeah. There was definitely
you
performative. You
just probably got the best ratings you've had in 40 years.
Yeah.
Like, can we... The pretending to be, like, enraged by it. Like, this is unacceptable. It's like, sure, but who gives a shit, really?
Yeah.
Who cares?
They just need to, like, internalize that conversation amongst themselves and not make a big show of it because,
It's
like,
Hollywood.
it should be unacceptable.
Business.
Yes, it should not be acceptable to go attack
don't
people.
slap
like,
someone, but also, like, if you want to,
don't assault
it's fine
people.
and funny.
You heard it here first, everyone.
actually,
Patrick Brown.
And should be encouraged.
So
I mean, don't slap someone because it's weird to... A slap is weird. I mean, he should, that's a closed fist. That's what he should be going
So you should have heard him more.
I think a closed fist
punch someone, you baby.
Yeah.
Well, the Oscars just created a task force for this kind of thing now.
Really?
Yeah, they have a Will Smith task force for in case anyone tries to run on stage to punch anyone.
Let's move on to my final little segment. I've printed out. I've hidden a sheet. It's at the bottom of your notebook. I need to take a
We're not doing best picture?
Yeah, this is yours. I just need to take a picture of it.
Are we doing best
No,
picture?
best picture is going to come at the end of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
We're not done.
Oh, this is second to last of the podcast.
Anyway,
Where's
Oscar
my
fights.
phone?
Oscar fights. I think that's coming up.
They should have a celebrity death match,
Sitting on it.
but for the Oscars.
There you go.
Because
and it's
I
real.
left
it's
my
real.
copy on my computer. So I'm going to picture this. So this is a fun
Oh.
game that I just made up.
Okay.
So one of my favorite things to do when I watch a movie is immediately go to IMDb and read all the trivia about it.
I do that, yeah.
So I've pulled a couple of interesting and a little bit neutral or like, not too specific fun facts about some of the films. And you're basically going to do the line, right? You're going to draw the line to where you think it goes. So don't get too ahead. Don't read it all. We're going to read it one by one. And the audience, maybe I post this to the community page and you could play along too.
Okay.
So the first one that I'm going to read, and this is using the pictures from the best picture category, okay? Don't get started yet.
Okay.
We're going to go from the top on the right side.
Okay. Well, can I like save one to answer later, kind of thing?
We're gonna get to all of them.
We're going to go through all of them.
Well, I know, but I just might not know until process of elimination after this first one. Okay. Anyway, go do your thing.
All of the main characters' sweaters were made by the same elderly women who knitted them by hand specifically for the film. She also knitted doubles for each sweater. She was not present on set, did not meet the actors prior to creating the pieces for them. So this is a fun fact about one of these films.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess.
And you can just draw your line. You don't have to say anything because you don't want to you want to win, right? You want to beat Ryan?
Okay.
So you draw your line, or you can save it and I'll just read the next one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Let me save it.
Okay, next fact. This is this actor's first film that has earned $1 billion.
I know it. I know this one. Don't look at me, Patrick. Okay.
See, I'm confused now because I thought I knew what this was.
See, now that's confusing.
But I looked down the thing, and now I know that it's not the movie I thought it was. If there's only one for each.
There's only one for each.
Okay, then I'm confused.
Some of these might be easy. Some of them might be like just totally useless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the next fact. In total, while portraying this film's main character, the lead actor wore 90 costumes throughout this film.
Okay.
I know it.
I'm pretty sure I know this one.
I'm pretty sure you know this one. Next one. Throughout filming, the cast were advised not to put on makeup and shave until wrapping.
This is kind of a guess,
The next one. In an unusual move, the majority of the film scenes were shot at a high frame rate. This was done to give the editors the flexibility to put different parts into slow motion that weren't originally planned to be.
I think I know it.
I think I got this one too.
Ready? The next one. 23 years before this film's director and lead actor were both involved in the 1999 Kubrick movie Eyes Wide Shut.
I know it. 100%.
John Williams was 91 when he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Score for this film, making him the oldest person nominated for an Academy Award in any category.
I know it.
All right, next one. This movie received an 8-minute standing ovation at Cannes Film Festival. You say Cannes or Cannes?
Can.
I mean, people say Cannes, right? In France?
No, I think they say can.
I think people that don't know how to pronounce it say con. Yeah.
Well,
Con.
clearly, I just asked, so. All right.
Can.
Warren Beatty. This film's directors stated that they wanted the story to be very unpredictable, saying, I guarantee you won't be able to predict it. What people hate the most is to go and see a movie and say, oh, predictable. This is not predictable, I don't think.
Okay.
And then final fun fact is, this is the third rendition of the story. The two others are renowned Academy Award-winning Best Picture versions by Louis Milestones from 1930 and the lesser-known version by Delbert Mann in 1979.
Oh, I know what this one is. But now
So let me know when you're done drawing all your lines, and we can go through them, and you can say which they go to.
I have I have a. There's only two that I am confused about, but every other one I know 100%.
Okay.
I'm so smart about movies.
So let me know when you're ready, and we'll go through
I'm
them.
almost there. Oh God.
all right, I'm done. I can go through mine. And a lot of them are guesses, but I'm ready. I'm ready.
Hold on.
Brian, you have 5 seconds.
It's this goddamn sweater one. Like, it's pissing me off.
5, 4, 3, 2. Better make your guesses. 1.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. I know what I'm gonna do.
So the first one that I read was all the main characters' sweaters were made by the same elderly woman. Patrick.
I'm Banshees.
No, you're wrong about that. It's
Okay.
and I'm gonna be so pissed if I'm wrong. But was it women talking?
No, it's Banshees.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't wrong, actually. I was actually right. When you said I was wrong, that was you being wrong. Because I was right, actually.
Banshees of Inisherin.
I hate that you were right about that, and then I was wrong.
And it sucks that you were so smug about it, right?
That does suck.
Too.
Let's move on.
Then the one that I have
Don't
for
worry.
Banshees. What?
We're going to figure it
that
out. We're
means
going to
you're
figure it
I'm
out.
wrong about twice.
Yeah.
It
At least twice.
No, at least 3 times because women talking. Oh my.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Fuck this.
This is this actor's first film that has earned $1 billion.
Top Gun Maverick.
I said Avatar because I don't know what actor they're talking about. So,
It's Tom Cruise, yeah.
Well, then what the hell is the Eyes Wide Shut one?
Well,
I know that one.
Don't worry. We're going to keep going. So you guys each have 1 point. Make sure you keep a little tally of your points.
All right. God fucking fuck me.
In total, while portraying this film's main character, the lead actor wore 90 costumes throughout the film.
Gotta be Elvis.
Elvis, right?
Elvis.
Okay.
Austin Butler wore 90 costumes while portraying Elvis.
This pisses me off.
Next, fun fact. Throughout filming, the cast were advised not to put on makeup and shave until wrapping.
I somehow didn't answer this one, so I'm gonna just
Oh.
draw the only line now to Tar, which doesn't make any sense.
Well, so this one was one of the ones I was up in the air, and I have Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I think I'm wrong.
And you have Tar.
I have Tar.
And you are both
No,
wrong. It is
okay.
women talking.
Women talking. Fuck. I was gonna be right about that. That was. God, fuck.
Okay, next fun fact. In an unusual move, the majority of the film scenes were shot at a high frame rate. It's for editing purposes to put everything in slow-mo that they didn't plan to.
Avatar.
I think Avatar's the obvious answer, but I thought it might be Everything Everywhere because I know that they were like.
It is Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
I want to kill someone right now.
Yeah.
It's okay, fun facts. Okay.
These were confusingly written, by the way.
I mean, I literally just pulled them from the trivia page.
Well,
Okay, here's the next one. 23 years before this film's director and lead actor were both involved in the 1999 Kubrick movie Eyes Wide Shut.
It's Tar.
It is Tar.
Who's the director?
Todd Field was in Eyes Wide Shut.
With Kate Blanchett.
With Kate
Blanchett is in Eyes Wide Shut?
That's what I didn't...
An uncredited...
I didn't know that.
She's like a cameo.
Yeah.
Because I just assumed
they worked together. They were both involved.
But I didn't remember who the director was. But then I was also confused because I think Spielberg was involved with it too, right?
With Eyes Wide Shut?
Wasn't he like the backup or something? Or didn't he like...
Oh, the backup filmmaker?
I thought he had some connection to Eyes Wide Shut.
Well, I don't think...
no, you know what it was? Wait, did he make AI?
Yeah, he made this.
So that was
with
supposed
Kubrick.
to be Kubrick's
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
I think that's where I was getting confused.
Okay.
So the next fun fact, John Williams was 91 when he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Score for this film.
Fabelmans, right?
Yeah, it's definitely the
Fabelmans.
Fabelmans.
He doesn't do anything for anyone other than Steven Spielberg anymore, does he?
Yeah.
I bet you the majority of Avatar's scenes were shot in high frame rate, so it could have applied for both.
Yeah, but it doesn't count.
It should, though.
Yeah.
Here's another fun fact. This film received an 8-minute standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival.
Triangle of Sadness.
I guessed women talking.
It was Triangle of Sadness.
I knew that one.
Second to last, this film's director stated that they wanted the story to be very unpredictable, said a bunch of shit about being unpredictable.
Sure. I had guessed Triangle of Sadness, but I'm guessing now maybe it's Avatar.
Well, I'd guess Banshees of
process of
Inisherin because it's an unpredictable movie, but I didn't know
It
for
was
sure.
James Cameron said that.
James Cameron said
Yeah,
that?
about Avatar.
That is so lame.
Yeah.
And then the last one is, come on. We know.
Yeah, this is the third rendition of the story. The other two are renowned Academy Award-winning Best Picture version by Lewis Milestone. It's 1930, and the other one in 1979. The movie is
All Quiet on the Western
All
Front.
Quiet on the Western Front.
I got 5 right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 right. I'm the winner.
Woo! And let us know in the
But I
comments
wanted to
below.
get 100 right.
Yeah, and instead you got almost half.
I like doing these fun little games at the end of the podcast. Hopefully you enjoyed doing them, and hopefully our guests
I
enjoy
liked
them.
winning. I would like winning them.
You haven't won the last two.
Well, I did win this one, but I wanted to win. With
Oh,
you did win this one,
greater
yeah.
margin.
It wasn't a very good
You
win.
wanted to win better,
Yeah.
is what you're saying. So let's wrap things up by going over that Best Picture category.
All right.
Really what we think. So Ryan's the only one who's seen all of them. I've seen 4. You've seen 4.
Have I?
You said that you saw 4,
So
yeah.
I've seen, let me see. I've seen Avatar. Pretty funny that that's nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's gonna win. I've seen Avatar, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
Which also,
Yeah,
hilarious.
hilarious that it
Ryan off the bat.
It's amazing. It's
Just
awesome. But
say what you think is going to win, and then you could say what you think should win if they're different to you.
What I think is going to win, and I called this back in July. I tweeted about it because I wanted something to be able to
go back
prove.
to? Okay.
And I think Everything Everywhere All at Once is going to win the Oscars this year.
I think
it's
so.
going to sweep.
I mean, it's been
everything
doing that at every other
Yeah.
show, right?
Yeah. Well,
Doing everything.
I think Banshees beat it in the Golden Globes. I think.
Okay.
So, which is a big indicator for the Oscars.
I'm going to Google it right
It's a
now.
matter of taste.
But I think that it has the very few best pictures, have been released in like the dumping ground of February and March, which is when EEAAO was or whatever
Everything Everywhere.
all at once
that.
was released.
EEAAO.
But this one has legs. People still love it. They're still talking about it.
It's still in the well, I guess it's back in the theaters because of the Oscars.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it's in the zeitgeist, I
Back
think,
in the
still.
theaters.
And I think, similar to like when Crash won when it was released in
Okay.
February. But it was just like, oh, remember that movie back in February? That should win Best Picture. I think that this has that similar.
Except this one's good.
The little movie that could. Yeah, except this one
the
is actually
difference.
legit.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck ass. But, so yeah, I think it's going to win. And I also believe that of the movies nominated, it should win.
It
I
should
think it
win.
deserves it.
Yeah, I think it deserves it. The only other one that I think would be up there that would be maybe Triangle of Sadness taking it, but I don't think that it has the wide appeal and love that Everything Everywhere All at Once does.
Yeah.
But
It was great. It was
really,
a great film.
in terms of Best Picture, I don't think it's going to win, but I would be happy if Avatar: The Way of Water won.
It would be pretty amazing
'Cause
if that or Top Gun won.
Yeah,
that would,
well,
be,
just-
that would be pretty incredible.
it literally objectively has the best picture. You know, it's like you said, it looks real and it's not, and it's crazy. And if that's the future of movies, you know, is stuff hopefully looking as real.
I mean,
as
if my phone can like put my face on somebody else, like it's not surprising that like they can make insane movies that look real.
Well, the difference is, I think yes, they can, but they don't.
That's the shittiest part, is that the technology for Avatar 2 has, you know, does exist, and no one I feel use it because it's so fucking expensive. No one has a blank check that James Cameron has.
Yeah,
but having this native rendered 3D stuff, why isn't every movie given that much care?
I mean, Marvel movies have got
money,
worse.
right?
They absolutely have, yeah, and they
hit
caught
a peak at like maybe 5 years ago or something, and then like took a steep down. And like if you see a Marvel movie now, they look terrible. The effects and stuff are terrible.
I actually got distracted while I was like trying to look up these facts for this little game because I got stuck on the Avatar trivia page reading about the insane work that went into these, you know, special VFX, like the amount of money and like power.
It, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, and like thousands upon thousands of frames and how much power each frame took, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. So
it just
I had to pull one that was unrelated to VFX because I felt like that would have been a dead giveaway.
It's James Cameron, a type of guy who does not exist anymore and probably will never be allowed to exist again.
But he, at this point, he's undeniable. I mean, he literally spent 9 or 10 years making this movie, and it paid off.
Do you think another guy's coming along that gets that deal?
Well, the only one I can think of right now, and they're totally different filmmakers, but Christopher Nolan, whatever idea comes to his head,
he's kind of got
he can make. But he is so adamant about doing it the real hard way, the practical way. You know,
which is fine. I mean, that's cool too.
It is cool, but I don't think that I don't think that very many people like that are going to ever exist again, where they're going to be given carte blanche to do like real stuff. But
you have to have like so many hits in a row,
right?
And like not just hits, but like hits.
But it seems like the green screen style, which, you know, if you asked me 10 years ago, I'd been like, oh, well, fuck that, you know, do it real. But now if you can make it like James Cameron did with Avatar 2, and it looks that real, and they did it all in a fucking warehouse in Playa del Vista or whatever, then I'm sold.
It's pretty incredible movie making. So Ryan thinks Everything Everywhere All at Once. I agree. That's probably because I've only seen 4 of them, but I do think that was a great film. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like it's, you know, a top contender.
They're coming for us right now.
So if you want to play along with us, you can go Google your ballot and pick your winners.
And real quick in the last minute, let's just say our best supporting actor and actresses.
You want to? I wrote for supporting actor how do you say his
Barry
middle?
Kayo?
No, Kwan.
Keegan. Short round.
I don't know how you say his middle.
Kwan? Yeah, I don't know.
K-Hoi Kwan.
Okay.
And for supporting role, I put Jamie Lee Curtis.
For really?
Yeah. For supporting actress. And I don't know, maybe not, but I thought, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of
I hope that Short Round wins.
Also, the actress who played Liz in The Whale, though, she was really good too.
Yeah, there's no way she's not gonna win. Wakanda Forever, person's not gonna win. Banshees of Inisherin's not gonna. I really think it's gonna come down to
my boyfriend thinks Carrie
Jamie
Condon is gonna win.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Maybe he just said he wants her to win. Anyways.
Okay. Well, I think it's gonna be Stephanie Hsu from Everything Everywhere All at Once. But I could be talking to Carrie Condon. Okay.
I actually do have one more thing. Ryan, last week on the podcast, you said something about Entertainment Weekly, and I said I used to get that magazine. That reminds me that I have an issue of people. You might not remember it because I think
we're talking about Survivor.
Yeah, the Survivor podcast. At the beginning, you mentioned Entertainment Weekly, and I said
that.
I used to get the magazine, and then I said, but then they started sending me People, and then I said, and that reminded me that I have a copy of People magazine that I wanted to bring to you.
Oh,
don't you remember that?
I do remember that now. Yeah,
I brought it.
Oh, awesome!
It's just a Lisa Marie Presley issue of People magazine.
The shocking death of Lisa Marie. Is that why you gave it to me? Because it's a Presley.
Because you brought it up.
Oh, thank you.
To me, that's how I found out.
She gave me a Pepsi once.
She gave you? Why?
No. She gave him a Pepsi and I gave him a People. Thank you for watching the Funhaus Podcast. We don't have a date for the future of Funhaus yet, but, keep an eye out and get excited.
I don't know.
I was wrapping cables at Graceland for Larry King Live because it was the 30th anniversary of Elvis's death. And then Lisa Marie Presley was there, and then she was like, does anyone want a Pepsi? Because she had her family there. And I, as like the PA, was in the background. I'm like, I'll take one. And then like she came later, she was like, who wanted this Pepsi? And I was like, me. And
wow.
she gave it to me. She's like, okay, worker person in my house that you shouldn't be here. Anyway, last thing before you, I know you're trying to wrap this up.
Oh, yeah.
But real quick, for directing, best director.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I think I'm going to give it to the Daniels.
Yeah.
I think that they should win. But I can see, honestly, that is the most stacked lineup because you got Todd Field for Tar. You got Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans. You got Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness and Martin McDonagh. All great directors.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough.
Yeah.
Well, and I just want to say I agree about the directors, and sorry that the end of this podcast was chaotic. But,
okay.
we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.